I didn't go out till I was like, okay, I'm over this.
Yeah, you were inside of his ass.
I didn't see you when you were sick, but you're kind of always sick.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's ever since I got the fucking
You're
vaccine.
a sick man.
I got the first 2 rounds, and I've been
sick.
Do you all want to touch me? Is this what's going on?
Yeah, I'm
right
gonna
now?
fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
I'm going to grind on you
Have
the whole
sex
episode.
with you.
What do you think you got sicker ever since you got the vaccine?
Oh God, yeah. Did I tell you my vaccine story?
No.
So I got the vaccine.
Boring.
For the Shut up. I had bruises all over my arms after getting the fucking injection.
You had bruises.
I had bruises all over my arms after getting the injection. And then I went back to the fucking military who gave me the vaccine. It was like 28 days later. I go back there with my ex-girlfriend, and she's like, "What's up with all these bruises on his arms?" And the fucking army captain's like, "He's fine."
He's like, he's fine.
He's good.
He was passed around at the truck stop. He's fine.
Yeah, well, that's basically what he said. He said those are trauma bruises,
Yeah.
not internal bleeding bruises.
Yeah,
and I was like,
yeah.
"How do you know, faggot?"
Is that what you said to a Marine?
Yeah, I said to a Marine.
Yeah. You are one of those guys, as time goes on, you're going to like start being like Marine adjacent. You kind of already are, where you
I have a lot of Marine friends.
Yeah, exactly.
You're almost like stolen valor of a stolen valor person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like
Yeah.
stealing valor of a stolen valor
I just
guy.
like hanging out with them.
Your hero is a retarded guy that pretends to be in the Marines.
Exactly,
You're like,
yeah.
that guy's so fucking sick.
He's like a furry.
Yeah. That is. You're like in a meta stolen valor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
it's fun.
Inception.
They're just great fellas.
Yeah.
You were talking to
I don't know a single army guy.
I don't know anybody.
I don't
in the
care.
army. I don't give a shit. The closest I get is like when John tells me.
Oh,
a
yeah,
story.
you're a fan. I like
I
you.
got
Oh, yeah,
Yenny.
Nate,
I like
Nate.
Nate a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get they come in and they give you Black Rifle coffee and shit too.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's so
Right?
nice.
Don't they supply your
Yeah.
bar with Black Rifle?
That's crazy.
Coffee? It's like every.
I have like a Black Rifle coffee hookup, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
I've never had it.
It's really good.
It's
really fucking good.
I didn't think it was that good.
It's
great.
fine.
It's
great
that's the
coffee.
new grift. Is all
For
that,
drip
like,
coffee, it's great.
former Marines and they
Yeah, they
start
always
to
call it like soap. And
come up
shit.
with like a coffee. It's made out of like cremated Iraqi children. It tasted like shit to me. Yeah, we were at John's bar last week, and it was one of the most fun times I've ever had at John's bar. With
one of the
Connor
most fun
was
times
sitting
I've ever
next to
had
me.
ever.
It was really such a good time, but it's once again just so fascinating watching John and how he works and how he speaks to people.
Yeah.
Because this old guy, this like old Mexican man walks in, and he sits next to us, and he goes, "Can I have a shot of Jack Daniels and a beer?" And John goes, "All right, but like just so you know, like the Jack Daniels, you know, it's like $4 more than our well. Like, so do you want our well?"
happy hour.
Yeah, at happy hour, it's a happy hour right now. Do you want our well? And the guy's like,
You also offered the well, and he didn't ask for it.
Well, I want him to
And
know.
then you told him how
not-
bad the well
you
was.
kind of immediately were like, "Oh, you're a poor
it's
Mexican.
bad, but people don't care.
You're a poor Mexican
usually.
guy. You want happy hour prices."
You know, it's hard. You know, the hardest part of that is when black people come in and ask for Hennessy, and like Hennessy's $15 a shot.
Yeah.
and I gotta be like, "Hey, Hennessy's $15 a shot," and like 90% of the time,
And they're like,
"Oh, fuck that
fuck?
shit."
Yeah, they're like,
exactly.
give me the well and pour
every-
some maple syrup in that shit.
Exactly. But every time I do that, I feel racist. You know?
Yeah.
Like you can't afford it or something.
Black people put Hennessy on like their pancakes.
Yeah, you're doing Pretty Woman to Black as a Bar.
Yeah.
So John,
You're like, I think you meant Colt 45, sir.
Like, the King Cobra.
you
is
serve all
across
the black
street.
people drinks in a paper bag.
He's like, can I have a Manhattan? He's like, yeah, King Cobra coming right up. It's a steel reserve on ice
Put it in a
with
bucket.
a lemon zest on it.
Yeah.
So the guy goes, no, I want the Jack Daniels. And John's like, all right. And then the guy goes, my friend died today. And John goes, okay.
Literally, exactly. Okay. My friend died today. Okay.
John's like, all right, whatever, loser.
And then he starts saying something in Spanish, and John goes, I don't speak Spanish.
Well, you like, I don't like lead up, like warm me up to that. Like, be like, hey, I'm having a rough.
No,
I don't
that's
want.
that's like part of the job as a bartender.
He's pouring
part
his
of
like
it.
sad ranchero heart.
Be
out
like,
to
I'm
you.
having a hard day. My buddy died today. Don't just be like, my buddy died today.
He didn't say it like that.
He
exactly
did.
what he
That's
said, no.
Yeah, I'll be like, whatever, dude.
He
Like,
was trying to
fuck
have
off.
like a moment, like, you know, like,
Not
that
with
was,
me.
That was his talking equivalent of like those like Mexican songs where it's just like,
like the Vicente Fernandez.
Yeah, we're just a
Yeah.
guy wailing, like, oh, and my bully died.
It literally might as well have been the guy being like, my friend died today, and John going, no free drinks. I don't care. We don't do that here,
don't
all right?
care.
Pay up.
no freebies, bitch.
But I will have a lot of people like try to share tragedies to get free drinks and shit, or get like
For
sympathy.
sure.
Oh, you
Yeah.
think so?
Yeah, I'll be like,
Yeah.
fuck off. Yeah.
Well,
That was a fun fucking.
What else
that,
happened?
That old lady. There's the old lady who was.
old lady that came up. She had like one of those giant vapes, like those walkie-talkie vapes.
She looked like Miss Doubtfire too. She was like a classic old.
I don't remember
woman.
this at all.
And she sat next to Connor and I, and she asked, like, "Are we allowed to like vape in here?" Because
She goes, "Is that a vape?" And I go, "Yeah, it is." And she goes, "Are you allowed to vape in here?" And I was like, "Well, I don't think you're technically allowed to, but we're friends with John. The bouncer's cool."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Okay," because I've been walking across the street every 10 minutes to hit my vape. And she had like a coil vape, like one of those.
Yeah, the big units.
Like one of those ones.
Yeah.
And she goes, "I'm blowing in tissues in the bathroom." And I was like, "Yeah, I think you're cool. Just like, ghost it or whatever." And then she walks over to me and I'm talking to her and you walk over to me and you go, "What are you guys talking about?" And then she looks at you and she goes, "We're talking about having sex. Fuck off."
Oh, she kicked ass.
Yeah, the
she
woman
was
kicked
cool.
ass,
She was
dude.
funny.
Yeah.
She was like thinner.
Huh?
Then Mrs.
Miss
Doubtfire.
Doubtfire.
Yeah.
Oh, right,
But like that
right.
aesthetic, like old curly gray hair.
Kooky
and
lady.
Yeah.
little glasses. And
No.
Well, have you guys seen that our generation is taking a lot of hits lately online for some millennials? They had a Thanksgiving yesterday called Hanksgiving.
What?
This is Tom Hanks.
It's like it's
Fuck
like a Tom
off.
Hanks themed Thanksgiving, and they do it every year, and it's kind of it's obnoxious because we're all millennials here,
Yeah.
and it's bad.
Yeah.
It's a bad time. I'm actually kind of tearing up talking about it right now. It's rough. So let's watch this and scathing reviews online. Scathing.
Not to brag, but I got invited to Hanksgiving. It's a party my friend
Oh,
throws
great.
every year where everyone dresses up as Tom
Everyone
Hanks.
here is in an improv
You knew
group.
that by the title. There's also pictures of Tom Hanks everywhere. This was the
Hold on, pause it real
third
quick.
annual one.
Do you think anyone showed up as Tom Hanks in Philadelphia? Like that'd be so funny. What if everyone had the exact same idea and it's just a bunch of like AIDS Tom
They have
Hanks set up?
sores on them.
That's great.
Everyone's like, I have one really funny idea, and that's everyone at the party.
This has to be in New York, right?
No
No?
one has houses like this in New York.
Really?
no, it's like L.A. somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off.
Could be anywhere.
In New York.
Could not believe I was invited.
great. The
It's
fucking-
kind of a pretty exclusive event, and everyone goes really full out, like 100% full out. Costumes were purchased for this event that will probably never be worn again.
I mean, it's so weird. Like these people are truly like the definition of like of an NPC.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like these are like the types of people that like you feel like they are in when you play like Grand Theft Auto and you like walk into the hospital and you can just like shoot up the hospital. Like
Yeah.
they're just the same. Like they have the same.
The guy you get hit in the head with a hammer.
They have the
randomly.
same souls.
Yeah.
It's all the same people.
Are they doing this because they're like, well, we're decolonizing
Well, what's funny about it is that
Thanksgiving?
it's not even funny. Like it's not like all this effort put into it, and no one's even like actually doing a good impression or.
This is all fashionable. They want to post on Instagram they went to Hanksgiving. That's
Yeah.
all this boils down to. Is
Yeah,
they
but-
literally there's no soul in whatever they're doing. They're doing it so they could take photos.
Yeah.
That is the true love of Tom Hanks. And then we
It's just one of those things where it's like they're being kind of ironic. Like yeah, you're not really supposed to like Tom Hanks that much, but he's the legend, and you're like, but
well,
what
it's
is
also,
the joke here?
It's also really annoying too because it's just like it's so unimaginative. It's Hanksgiving because it sounds like Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Somebody said Hanksgiving by accident one day, and they're like, "That's a good idea."
Tom
but it's
Hanks.
it's not a funny guy to dress up as.
No, what's funny about Tom Hanks? He's not funny.
Yeah.
He's like an A-list
But
actor.
But
together
this is
for a
really
group
like
photo.
this is really doing bad. Like it's really bad PR for.
I don't know, man. I think millennials kind of deserve it sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It is really fucking.
What did millennials do? Like we're millennials and we fucking rock the shit.
Yeah. But like pop culture millennial things are like Harry Potter houses and shit like that. And I'm like, we got that coming to us. That's fine.
Oh, true.
You know what I mean?
Who are the Stranger Things retards? Are they millennials?
Those are
No, those are Gen Z.
Gen Z.
Yeah. Those
yeah.
are
Oh yeah.
children.
Yeah. Those are kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. One's a Zionist.
Which one? Oh yeah, the Harry
The gay one.
Schnapp or what's his
Noah
name?
Noah
Schnapp.
Schnapp.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
like to
of
snap
course.
his fucking neck. You know what I'm saying, dude?
Yeah, that little fuck.
Who are these fucking people?
They don't exist.
don't know, Joe.
What
They
are their
don't-
costumes?
This is what's
Is she
scary.
Hitler? Like,
When
what
you-
is that?
When you walk through neighborhoods, this is happening in these homes. You don't know the type
Who's
of
the yellow King Carcosa in the
No one
background?
understands the type of grisly events going on
It's a fucked up world out there, dude.
any given night in any home. I mean, this is like the equivalent of like Who Took Johnny to me.
Yeah.
Franklin Credit Union scandal.
Like you drive through like the middle of the country and you just see like a house in the middle of nowhere and you're like, I bet there's like kids like tied to a mattress in there, and it's like instead it's Hanksgiving. You're like, I don't know what's worse.
They go, it's so much worse. You have no idea.
It's Hanksgiving.
What does the word Hanksgiving mean to you?
Also, none of them look like you can't tell what Tom Hanks character any of them are playing.
Who is he?
He's nobody.
He's Captain Phillips.
No. Tom Hanks, you're invited whenever.
Okay, we got Woody. We got Saving Private Ryan.
And then there were winners for the best.
Also, this TikTok voice.
Is she Philadelphia? No, she's big.
And the best costumes.
Yeah, it's big.
So
and who's this bitch with the shorts?
That's Wilson.
That's Castaway.
That's Castaway?
Castaway, yeah. She had the
Who's this
Wilson.
retard? Is this Elvis?
That's Elvis,
Colonel?
yeah. That's
Thanksgiving.
God.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Burn in hell.
Hot take. I loved it. I wish I was there, dude. That looked fucking awesome.
By the way, boomers created this. I'm always reminded of that viral video where boomers are laughing at millennials for not being able to use a can opener. You're laughing at your failures as a parent. Listen, I never needed my dad to show me how to use a fucking can opener.
If you can't figure,
Nah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Have you seen those weird fancy can openers with the wheels on them? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
They slice the can from the inside. Have you ever come across those?
Like an automatic can opener?
Yeah.
No, it looks. I'll show you later. Anyways, yeah, but that's the only time
I think you're just. I think you're describing a can opener.
There's another can. I keep coming across this can opener. I go to other
It's
places.
haunting me, Devin. I see it in my dreams.
No, it's my sister's can opener. I'll go to her house. I watch her house all the time. And
Dude,
she
it
has this
sounds
can
like
opener.
a can opener.
But it's not. Oh yeah, it does. It does though.
Yeah,
It
you
does.
just described a can
I
opener.
described a can opener, but hers is weird, and I've come across it several times in my life where there's a specific new type of can opener I don't know how to use. And I feel retarded every time.
Yeah, we're potting pretty hard right now, dude.
I might not be able to post this.
potting hard.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go blow my brains
this
out.
is a Patreon.
Let me get through a couple of these.
John, did he really go there right now?
people on Patreon are like, dude, you might want to delete the last step. There was 5 hot minutes on can openers.
Dude, big can opener's gonna come for you guys.
Let me get like 2 more Modelo's deep. Then we'll get into the Jews. It'll be great.
No.
No. Because we did enough for a lifetime on the new
You
Patreon.
can never. There's never enough.
By the way, you were fucking crazy. I was fine.
Devin was great. I was the unhinged one.
This is like the Fly episode of Breaking Bad. There's a fly in here that started driving me fucking insane. God damn it.
You're good.
Okay, Don Cheadle. You know there's that slave show now. Or no, it's not a slave show. There's a show where
You're just talking about black people.
they go, no, shut up, and they do their ancestry.
Oh.
And then the right wingers love when it comes out where like it'll be like Maya Angelou or something, and she finds out like her family was slave owners, but that they were whatever.
That
like,
means nothing. Yeah.
it's like,
yeah.
but right wingers love. They're like, look at that, a black guy found out his ancestors were bad. Too.
Yeah.
You think it's all our fault? You
That's retarded. It's so dumb.
They say the N-word. You fucking
What was the joke we were at AMPM? We go, the guy at the bar that asked for, I'll take a Modelo N-word. Okay, so Don Cheadle found out that his ancestors, despite the Emancipation Proclamation being signed, they remained slaves because they were owned by Native Americans.
Wow, that
Yeah.
fucking sucks.
Wait, this
ass.
is a new show?
It's like it's something, yeah.
It looks old as hell.
Well, it's just bad quality, but I've seen a couple clips of it lately.
God, imagine being Native American slaves.
I've never heard anything.
I'm starting to think the Native Americans, listen,
That they were no good.
yeah, I mean, I saw
Tears.
for Thanksgiving yesterday. I saw Killers of the Flower Moon for the 5th time to celebrate.
That's crazy.
Yesterday?
To celebrate it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I had a party hat on. When Leo's injecting her with insulin, I go, this is a glorification of this, and it kicks ass to me.
That was
Pop her out.
driving me fucking nuts online.
People saying it's glorifying
Yeah,
killing
you go,
natives.
it's like as if I'm watching that scene where he's poisoning her, and I'm like, let's fucking go, dude! Yes!
yeah.
For 3.5 hours, I
Yeah.
pass out from screaming.
But no, I didn't see it yesterday. I'm kidding. But imagine being the guy. Imagine, You must get looked at a little weird if you're like a white guy that goes on Thanksgiving to see Killers of the Flower Moon, right?
That would be a fun
Like that's what you that's your day.
That'd be like a fun tweet, like make up a demographic, like a chart of like viewings of Killers of the Flower Moon spiked today.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
It's bigger than their weekend box office. It's just the most people in the world have ever seen it.
But I'm starting to think Native Americans they're guilty of a lot of bad stuff too.
Oh yeah, they did really bad shit.
They did really bad stuff.
Oh man.
Hey, I don't mean to get too deep, but let's just say this: human beings are pretty corrupt.
Human beings in general. Yeah.
Like human beings capable of pretty evil things.
But Native Americans are worse.
Native Americans like
they're savages.
Because they like go like
Yeah.
they make like crazy noises.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they were like
they circle
enslaving each
you.
other.
They circle you.
They circle you. I mean, a fucking arrow's bad enough. You light it on fire. God, you savage.
Get out of here.
And you need my hair.
You know what I
need
said to them?
my scalp.
You know
Are
what I said to
kidding
them?
me?
I say kick rocks. Get
That's
out of here.
That's what I say. I go make some masa.
Yeah.
I go beat it. Go make an old timey tortilla. That's what I say.
Flatbread.
Yeah, what do they make?
The flatbread.
Yeah,
Fry bread.
Fry bread. Yeah.
You know what they used to do? They
Every
would take.
culture
They would
thinks
dip.
they're so special with their bread and their meat.
They would dip.
It's all from a cow, retard. It's
Yeah.
all from corn, dipshit. You didn't invent
have you
shit.
had what do they call them? Cherry Navajo tacos? They fucking kick ass, dude.
Yeah, they're fine.
But they
I
would,
just don't like when cultures get real into their food.
I hate whenever a
Yeah.
culture does a thing too, where they're like, you know, you're Mexican if you use old sour cream Tupperware to store your food. It's like, you just mean poor. Like anyone who's poor does that.
Right.
All the Tupperware in my fridge growing up was just like old
Yeah.
butter containers.
Yeah,
and-
every culture loves to do that shit. It's like, you know, every once in a while on like Twitter, like a black guy will put like kidney beans in his Coca-Cola. He'd be like, "You ain't black if you ain't doing this shit." You're like,
That's the ultimate trolling.
I
That shit
really
is so
am
funny, dude.
not
I love
sure.
that. Yeah.
not sure that's a cultural thing. What were you gonna say, Johnny?
they used to take pine needles and dip them in tar, and then they would like stick it in your skin and then light it on fire. That was the Cherokee used to do that shit to people.
God, they are crazy.
They're nuts, dude.
They are crazy. No wonder we had to take everything from them.
They would kidnap. Yeah, no, like I mean, they're bad.
They
people.
couldn't be trusted.
No, not at all.
We came here. So how
They allied with the British.
So let's like talk about how Thanksgiving went. We get there.
I was in St. Augustine, Florida.
The whites,
was the first
the
Thanksgiving.
whites show up in boats.
Yeah.
And the natives are like, I didn't even know wood. What is that?
They thought we were gods.
How does it float?
Is that wood?
Yeah.
How does wood float?
Never heard of wood
I never
before.
heard of wood. And we go, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
we'll
it's pretty
teach you.
cool.
We'll teach you a few things.
Yeah.
We go. We have yams. We have fried.
They had yams
We have,
first.
we have green beans.
Yeah.
We have
Squash.
We have turkey. We have like mac and cheese and stuff.
Man,
we
mac
have,
and cheese.
We have like
Yeah, the Spanish come with mac and
They go,
cheese.
they go, we have marshmallows.
We have
to put
green
on
bean
top of the yams,
casserole
green bean
and-
casserole, and everything.
Yeah.
And they just went like, and they started killing
Yeah.
us, and we were just like trying to have dinner with them.
Yeah.
And you never want a bad dinner guest.
We
you know,
gave them green
unruly-
bean casserole and they went, this shit's fire.
Yeah,
This shit's so fire.
they were.
And then we're like, you guys are kind of annoying. And we took them out.
Yeah, we took them out.
Yeah.
A Native American guy was like, "This shit slaps," and
Yeah.
we were like, "We're gonna kill
It's
all
enough.
Of you.
Enough of you guys,
By
yeah.
the way, the blanket we gave you, it's got a bunch of diseases on it. Okay,
Yeah.
but yeah, it had to happen. You know.
They all hated
That being
each
said,
other.
the natives needed to go. That being said, it's free Palestine.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You get it, brother.
Same thing.
you can't be on anybody's side. I'm out for myself these days.
We gave them like Oklahoma.
I'm done thinking about other culture. I'm done. I'm done being like who's right and who's wrong here.
That's a dope position to have.
Is that a dope position to
dope
have?
position.
Dude, I don't even see color.
Me neither.
I don't.
No.
I can't. So
I don't see color.
yeah, but I got a feeling that whatever I am,
Is
the best
White
one.
one?
I don't see color. I see gender though.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't respect anyone not a man.
Nice. Not even a joke in there, just an honest opinion.
No, actually, I think women are smarter than men.
You do?
That's bullshit.
You're lying through your
You're
teeth right now.
so lying.
You don't believe that for a
No,
second.
I think one out of every like million is smarter than a lot of men. Like it takes like they're like women. They're smart women were forged through fire. Like they're like a diamond that was created. So when you find one, you're like, oh, they're usually smarter than most men.
You got to cage them.
But you have to fight through a lot of.
You got to put them in a cage. And be like, this one's special.
You got to figure them out. Yeah. And then when you find that smart one, you do want to lock them up
in a basement
and study them.
Yeah, study.
Yeah, like a room situation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can't wife them up.
That guy in room. He was just a scientist.
Exactly.
He was doing a study.
He was just doing studies.
Room didn't seem that bad to me.
No, she had a room.
She had a fucking room, and he was doing all the chores.
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry. And she got to be mother.
Yeah.
Which
The most
they all
important job.
want.
The most important job in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I wouldn't be complaining about being held captive, okay? Because I'm not having to go to the fucking grocery store.
Yeah.
You're doing all the shopping for me? Thanks.
Yeah.
That's
Dude,
what I would say.
if
I would
a guy
say,
locked me up-
Thank you, sir.
If a guy locked me up in a room and took care of all my needs, I would thank him from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a guy leaving room being like, that ungrateful bitch.
Yeah, I'd be like, what the
Does she
fuck?
have any idea how many people are homeless in this country?
You got 4 square meals.
She's screaming for her to be released, and you go, nag. This lady never stops.
Do you want a job or something? Jesus.
All she does is yap.
He comes home and he goes, hey, I'm in a prison too. Ever heard of 9 to 5?
Have you ever seen that Nigerian video of the guy? He's like on a radio show, and he says the drunkest man on earth is smarter than the smartest woman with a PhD.
That's crazy.
I love guys like that. Just
Hell yeah.
saying the most insane thing of all time.
That being said, I'll say this. Most, I'm not gonna say all. Most women are the equivalent of your shittiest male friend.
I would say less than. I'm gonna be. I'm gonna go farther.
Let's be honest. They're the equivalent of that friend you have. Like you're like where they're like Craig's coming, and you're like, oh,
Beautiful women
I
are
guess-
beautiful.
I can't wait for you to act differently.
Yeah, great. I
When-
guess Craig will be here. He loves fucking Twilight and Taylor.
Women are
Swift.
beautiful angels, and they deserve to be treated specially. But the thing is like their moods depend on like the moon. They're like fucking like witches.
Well, they are
It's
broken.
Crazy.
They're
They're
bro-
like
they're-
broken,
they're
flawed
inherently-
people.
they're inherently
like
broken.
tides affect them.
But they're
like
incredible.
connected to nature. They have like a 3D printer in their stomach. They're fucking crazy. Like they're just.
That's pretty beautiful.
They're
printer in their
beautiful. They're like
stomach.
amazing. They're like amazing creatures, but they're just
amazing.
utterly flawed.
He turns
because,
the whale.
because God cursed them to be pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They do have 3D printers.
yeah. They can create any. They can create a person.
If you fuck them with like
you
a
fuck 'em
gun,
hard
can you
enough.
does it make a gun?
It makes
shoot out a
you
gun.
make an AR. That'd be so sick if
months
I
later.
came inside a woman and 8 months later an AR-15 came out of her
Yeah.
pussy. No, they're magical creatures, but they shouldn't be in any sort of college or school.
Jesus.
Okay, well, let's watch Don
They should
Cheadle.
shut the fuck
Let's
up.
watch Don Cheadle. I don't know. I mean, Don Cheadle, I don't think he's like out there.
I love Don
About his
Cheadle.
ancestors who lived through the aftermath of slavery. So we searched for clues about his father's side of the family.
Ooh,
The
Henderson
paper trail
Cheadle.
that we uncovered confounded our expectations. Unlike most African Americans who were freed by the end of the Civil War, your ancestors weren't.
They couldn't get it right.
Well,
They just stuck to it.
well, somebody didn't get it right, but it wasn't your ancestors, it was the people who own them. Take a look at this.
Chickasaw.
Oh shit!
Chickasaw, baby.
This document is an official enrollment card for the Chickasaw freedmen, the former slaves owned by the Chickasaw Nation.
That'd be funny. Don Cheadle's like, these fucking Redskins.
That literally, he has the right to say that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like there was the apprenticeship fucking system after the slavery. So slavery ended, but it didn't really end in the United States. Like the South continued to try to like continue slavery, and it got to a point where like
There were like
the federal
black,
government.
there were Black Friday.
Well,
deals.
they said it was an apprenticeship. Yeah, okay, it was.
You could go on Amazon and be like, there's still a few slaves out there.
They said it was like so they
You go to the Amazon.
the federal government had to reinvade the South. in like 1870 to end slavery again, because you'd had like freed slaves, their sons would get kidnapped by some like fucking cotton farmer, and a bunch of black people would be like, where the fuck are my kids? They're on some cotton farm 20 miles away. And they try to continue slavery through saying it's not a slavery, it's an apprenticeship. So like all these weird things, I have no idea how it worked within tribal nations. Like, it really didn't end with a civil war, but this is crazy.
I would love the guy who's like hosting this, like to Don Cheadle, was like, so we did some digging. It seems like your ancestors like couldn't stop being enslaved, almost like they were addicted to it. They like
they liked it.
Kind of starting to think that they love this shit, or
it looks as if your ancestors were too legit to quit. Yeah.
It's we did some digging. It almost seems like they couldn't get enough of this shit.
Owned by the Chickasaw Nation.
Owned by the Chickasaw Nation. Your ancestors.
Dude, he's in such an
were
uncomfortable
enslaved.
position.
Yeah,
That's tough, bro.
Here's your great-great-grandmother, Mary Kemp, her 11 children, including Bill Cheadle,
Fuck
your
yeah.
great-grandfather, William. And you can see William's father, Henderson, or Hence Cheadle. You are one of the few African Americans who was not enslaved by white people, but enslaved by Native Americans.
I don't know how I feel about that.
He's like, oh, fuck.
He goes, so after seeing this, any slurs come to mind for you, or?
Dude, it's kind of fucking. Imagine being bossed around by like a guy with,
That would suck ass.
with like a coyote head on his head. Imagine it's like being bossed around by like theater kids.
Yeah.
You're a slave to these like wacky, sun-driven
Savages.
theater kids. Yeah,
Just say what you
just
mean.
savages.
Yeah.
They had slaves.
That
They were
must have been
slave
so
owners.
much harder.
Sorry, I think slave owners were savages.
You know, there's white people looking at that happening, and they were like, "This is the equivalent of like a 13-year-old babysitting a 10-year-old."
Yeah.
Yeah. Either were. Yes. Yes.
They're like, "This is chaos over here. What's
Yeah.
even the point?"
Yeah.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
Were black people on the Trail of Tears? Like, did they carry all the loads?
White people walked by the Native Americans owning slaves, and they go, "Looks like the inmates are running the asylum."
Look at Big Chief slave owner over here.
Oh.
I feel like, the two biggest blights on the way this country
Don Cheadle's like,
started.
"Listen, I knew this, and that's why I did Crash, with the greatest movie of all time about race. Okay, Crash is Crash should be studied in colleges." Isn't it so funny when Crash came out? People literally acted like that was the first
greatest
time
movie of
they
all time.
realized like
Yeah.
the racism existed in LA.
Yeah.
Because fucking retard Paul Haggis like got like his car got stolen once. He was like held up at gunpoint by a black guy, and he was like, "Oh my god, I'm starting to think black people hate white people." And he like went home and wrote the gayest movie ever about race. That movie sucks my fucking cock, dude. Fuck Crash.
That final scene with Michael Pena and his daughter running to his arms. The cop shoots him, but they're blanks.
It's a blank. No, the Muslim guy who's like defending
Muslim guy,
his like
yeah.
jeweler store or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh god, and everyone in the movie's racist. Like no matter, every single character has something shitty to say about
Yeah.
another race of people.
You know what? That movie might age gracefully. We should rewatch Crash.
Maybe it's great.
Maybe
now.
that's
Yeah.
the first watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
That might be
Yeah,
one.
that should be the first
Should be
watch.
the first watch we do.
Let's do Crash.
Let's
Actually.
do Crash.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, let's
That's
do
a good
fucking
idea.
Crash.
It's
Yeah.
perfect for the show.
That's fantastic.
I remember there was just like a scene
Four
where, like,
white guys watching Crash.
Don Cheadle's
Every
like,
time the racists were like, I agree. we just keep
plus.
agreeing. We keep agreeing with the entire movie. Yeah, they do that.
I think there's a scene in like every scene in that movie has some like really lame forced race joke. I think there's a scene where like Don Cheadle's like banging Jennifer Esposito, who's like his like partner. They're like detectives. She's Mexican, and right after they fuck, like he's like, "Your people park their fucking cars on their lawns." Like, fucking, you're just like, why would he have to say this? Why would they? Paul Haggis just had this idea. It's like L.A., a melting pot full of the N-word.
N-word soup.
full of Mexican jokes and bad Asians can't drive jokes. Every day a car crashes into another car and a Mexican woman gets out and goes, "You fucking Chinese piece of shit, you can't even see right, your eyes are weird." and then the LAPD shows up and they shoot a black guy in the distance who had nothing to do with it. Oh, dude.
Yeah, I think it'll win Best Picture at the Oscars.
I think there's a scene where like the locksmith is at like the Muslim guy's like store. He's like, "Look at this! They came in, they trashed my place," and he goes, "All right, shut up, raghead!" Like everybody is insane.
unbelievable.
Every one of the movies completely insane. It kicks ass. It's like it was written by me.
You know, slavery and the genocide of the Native Americans and the Trail of Tears and all those horrible stories of what has happened to the Native people here. And then our family was owned by people who had suffered. It's just, that's mind-blowing.
And then this gets picked up by like every Daily Wire like journalist. And it's on Reddit. And it's like, see? It's much more complicated. It's much more complicated.
The Grudge Report.
Look at this one account.
This is insane.
What do you think about slavery, John?
I can go deep.
John, slavery, yay or nay?
Well, because like you know that whole thing. Hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
I want to set you up though. Like that whole thing where now it's becoming more of a thing where people are like, Africans sold black Africans.
Absolutely,
slavery and
100%.
stuff. So then is that supposed to be like whatever?
So there were actually this is a
let's be honest, slavery
so
did help. this country.
there were very strong West African kingdoms.
Unfortunately,
They're very strong West African kingdoms, and the problem was a lot of the slaves that were sold to the Americas were prisoners of war. So you had like a lot of men that were like military trained, going to places like Haiti, and the Haitian Revolution kicks ass. But the thing is slavery. The biggest misconception with slavery is that we did it because we were being good. But what actually happened is the Haitian Revolution happened, and you had like a ton of French white people just being slaughtered by fucking slaves that are freeing themselves. And what really happened in the South of the United States is we had to end slavery, because if that continued for another 10 years, every slave in the South would have risen up and killed all of us. There were like 400,000 slaves in the South. They're all getting tired. Harper's Ferry was fucking happening. Thomas Jefferson said, like, listen, if we don't free slaves now, we're killing our grandchildren. That's like when you talk about like the North doing freeing slaves in the South because they're just doing it.
Thomas Jefferson said, if we free slaves now, who do I fuck?
Well, you know what's sad about Thomas Jefferson? You know what's sad about Thomas Jefferson is the slave he was fucking was actually the sister of his wife, and she looked a lot like his wife, and his wife died. It's kind of tragic.
So he was fucking a slave that looked like his dead wife?
His dead wife.
Oh,
yeah,
so he was like a simp.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was like a simp. He loved his wife. It's kind of sad, but the thing is like...
It's kind of sad.
It's sad, but the thing is
it
like...
is sad, I'd say.
If
that's okay. You can go out on a limb.
It's sad. But Ben Franklin was
No, it's really
raping the
sad
shit
that
out
his
of
wife
slaves.
died and he had to rape the slave. It's just tragic.
I don't know if
Ben Franklin was
It
raping?
seemed like kind of Ben Franklin was raping.
Ben Franklin
Fuck
raped
that
a
shit.
lot.
But I think Thomas Jefferson was more consensual.
No, you're right. He had consensual sex with his indentured slave. No, you're right.
But the thing is like the Haitian Revolution happened, and then slavery in the United States. We were like we weren't going down there and freeing the slaves out of the graciousness of
What
our
is the
own
Haitian
hearts.
Revolution? That's where they wanted to break.
The Haitian Revolution was
break.
the most badass shit that ever happened. It was the actual last true race
Haitians
war.
wanted to break free so they could beat gay people up.
Yeah, exactly. No, what happened was
Haitians they were fueled by homophobia, so they actually they opened up their cages.
Dude, the French
and
treated.
they ran back to Haiti.
It's like the equivalent
to beat a gay kid.
It's like that mom strength when their kid gets trapped under a car. They see a gay guy and they turn to the Hulk.
They go, that Haitian fight or flight kicked in.
The way we treated slaves. Dude, the French treated slaves like they would like stuff gunpowder up their ass and like blow them up and shit. Like I'm not kidding.
The French?
Yes, dude, they were insane.
They're like, hey, I'm Johnny Knoxville, and
I'm Jules Touchet and Mocasville, and
the French would like they would do the most horrific thing to slaves, and then eventually the slaves on the island of Haiti, which at the time was one of the most powerful economic centers in the Americas. Like they had a bigger GDP than Brazil at the time. Like they were just pumping out sugar cane, and it was very odd because it was a race war between like dark skinned, light skinned, and then whites. So
there was colorism even with slaves.
Yeah, there was.
Slaves were like,
so you had like the mulattoes fighting.
There was slaves that were like that Drake ass motherfucker.
Exactly, that's exactly what happened. So you had like mulattoes fighting like dark skinned slaves.
Hey,
Back then they called them alive.
Yeah, but you're not. Yeah,
It's not back then.
I know
you wish it was.
Who cares about that
Isn't
term?
a mulatto
Is anyone
like
getting
a type
offended by that
It's
term?
like a cookie, isn't it?
it's a pep. It's like
It's a Girl Scout cookie.
IPO, dude.
I bought mulatto from Pepperidge Farms.
I wore deodorant today and I still
smell like fucking shit.
This is
good,
like that's like a defense mechanism against getting into a testing racist waters.
Yeah.
I fucking stink.
Well, what I'm trying to say is when you say the Union freed the slaves out of the graciousness of their own heart, you're actually infantilizing the slaves that were living in the South, who are basically on the cusp of starting one of the largest slave revolts since like ancient Rome. Like if the Civil War didn't happen, slaves would have risen up and killed every fucking slave owner in the South.
Would they
Within the
really?
next 10 yes, dude. Harper's Ferry happened. You had all these slave revolts happening, and like
They don't make enough movies about slave revolts.
They should.
They made the one recently, a few years ago.
Was it the John Brown?
That movie
John Brown
sucked.
was
Yeah.
John
Sucked
Brown.
ass, yeah.
John Brown
What was
was
it called?
It was on like Showtime. It wasn't even like
I think it was called like
No.
the Canary or some shit.
No,
It was
there's
the
the one that it was
Sparrow.
named after like it was Birth of a Nation.
Free Birth.
No, it was called Birth of a Nation.
Oh, I think you're thinking of the one with Matthew McConaughey, like Free State of Jones or something.
No.
Where Matthew
Free State of
McConaughey-
Jones is good.
Matthew McConaughey is like
They
I'll
named
make
it Birth
y'all.
of a Nation to like take the name back because that was an old KKK movie.
Right.
So they named it Birth of a Nation. It's about the slave uprising.
Oh, I don't never. Well,
I'm gonna
no
look
one,
it up.
No one saw it. No one cared.
I saw
obviously
it. I
stunk.
saw it.
Did you see it?
I was on the road and I had nothing to do that day, and I just went to watch a slave movie by myself like a psychopath.
Can you tell this to the? I think we've already maybe said it, but Connor went and saw Coco alone one time.
Dude, yeah,
It's my favorite story ever. I tell everybody this
Pixar
story.
film?
Because Connor has the movie pass and he goes
That's a
and
good
sees every
movie.
movie.
Well, I was in New York and I didn't live there yet. I was just visiting, doing shows, and like when you're like on the road,
There's nothing to do.
There's nothing to do during the day. So you're like, I'll go see movies, and I went to go see Coco, a kids movie, by myself. And there's no one in the theater, but I picked like a smack dab in the middle, like seats, like a perfect seat.
Yeah.
And there was maybe like 12 other people in the theater. And this dad comes up with his two daughters. he goes, anyone sitting there? And I go, no. And he goes, no one's sitting there. And I went, no. And he goes, you're watching Coco alone? And I went, yeah. And he goes, daughters, let's go. And they moved like 4 rows ahead of me.
You're like this pedophile Travis Fickle.
I looked like a psychopath, dude.
You're watching Coco,
Exactly.
watching Coco with your hand over your eyes, just like.
We kept saying that the other day. We're just like making like an edit of him watching Paw Patrol. Travis Bickle watching Paw Patrol through his fingers.
Yeah, she leaves him.
Wait, what?
She leaves him in the theater because she's like, "You brought me to Paw Patrol." It's like worse than a porno to her.
Yeah, dude.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, I guess Native Americans owned slaves.
But also, yes, it was called The Birth of the Nation.
So if Native
They
Americans,
for
own-
sure did. Yeah.
if Native Americans, own
A Nat Turner movie.
Nat Turner.
Yeah.
Nat Turner. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it was all kind of accumulating to the point where they were like, okay, in order to preserve the Union, imagine 400,000 people rising. That's like a sizable amount of people. It would have ruined the nation if you had a slave revolt of that size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess.
Now let's just sit our white ass down and we think about that.
Why don't we shut up and listen?
Yeah.
How about you- how
I'm
about you-
listening. I'm listening. I'm learning.
How about you stop like doing research on it, John, and you just shut up and you fucking
You
listen.
sit down. You listen. You
Why
learn.
don't you do the work?
Shut up and listen.
Why don't you do the
Listen
work,
to a bunch
John?
of
You do the
dipshits.
Do the fucking work, John.
I did the work.
So if Native Americans owned slaves, that mean they were like real. They were like the rich natives. Like they were like probably like Osage.
Yeah. I would
Level,
imagine.
right?
Yeah.
I don't know if we can like.
Because I kind of like
Osage weren't rich
Killers
till
of
they
the Flower
discovered
Moon.
oil.
Killers of the Flower Moon. It's funny because like these Native Americans have like German like nannies and stuff. These like white. They have like white
Yeah.
housekeepers and stuff. And it's
That was
kinda
a fluke.
But this
kinda
kind of
funny.
well, we're talking about like predates Osage and all that
Sure,
stuff because
sure.
they found oil in like the early 1900s.
Yeah.
So I wonder like how they had the money to have slaves.
So you had like the Cherokee, where you had these
Yeah, I don't
giant Native American tribes. that, like-
taxidermy.
They like steal a white man's money or something, or
So
Yeah, I think so.
it's serious.
so you have
Is
like
there a crime committed, or I don't?
like the Native American Wars. If you look at the Wikipedia, it's like bigger than World War II. It's crazy. So like if you have the Cherokee were a very fractured tribe. Half of them supported the British, half of them supported the United States during the Revolutionary War. like kind of depending on how it went out, I guess some of them made out better, but like the bottom line is we can't trust the Cherokee. We got to move them to fucking Oklahoma. But
who are the worst natives?
The
Comanche, right?
The Apache and the Comanche. Because like by the time we started advancing westward, all the Native Americans that were living in like the Southwest United States knew what the white men were doing. So like you actually didn't get a lot of cases of like brutal, violent rape of like white women. And no, I'm serious. So like,
I know.
There wasn't. Wait, are you saying there wasn't enough white women?
I actually heard this from like a fucking historian that was like
I've always kind of thought that.
So if the Cherokee early in the Revolutionary War, you actually had cases where like Native American men wouldn't rape white women because they saw them as unclean. But like by the
good
time,
little to flip it on us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
By the time we got to the Southwest United States. They would like by the time the Apache and the Comanche knew what was coming, they would like cut women's noses off and like fucking use them as sex slaves.
The original rhinoplasty.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
No, when you really got like race violence towards whites was when like we started advancing towards the West.
I mean, Native Americans probably got they got some would say a real shit deal.
The Comanche and the Apache were wiped out.
I don't think they got a fair chance.
The Comanche and Apache were killed to the point where like the last
had it worse?
remnants.
We were like kind of rude to them.
Who had it worse, natives or black people?
We genocided.
It's like throwing him on the spot.
No. I'll say right now. The blacks were a work. No, the blacks were a workforce. Native Americans were people to be genocided,
right,
or used in warfare. So like that's. So we almost wiped out the Apache and Comanche. I think like there's very small remnants of the Apache and the Comanche in Mexico.
How many black people were just being killed like genocide wise? But they weren't as much really. They were mostly like, no, we'll use them. And
well,
stuff.
Also you got to understand by the time we got to America, like the Native American population had been it was so decimated by disease.
Like if you were a weak black guy, would you not even be in the slave trade? And they would just like kill you.
You'd
genocide.
Be buck broken or something.
What is this? What?
Have you not seen?
I know you're not, but you better. I thought you had like some sort of some facts to say if you say a word like that.
When I say buck breaking. No, if you're a weak black guy, you just don't live.
I know it, but
you don't
Connor
make
might not know
you don't
it,
make
so why
the
don't you
trip.
explain it to us?
You don't make the trip to the United States if you're a weak fucking black guy. If you're born here and you're weak, I guess you're just like, you're just labor. But the thing is like,
I know. I'm saying I don't know.
We aren't thinking of that.
I saw 12 Years a Slave.
There was for sure like a twinkie, like fat black guy in Africa who was like laughing at the jack dudes, being like, "Who's a fucking pussy now?"
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it was like it was like
that's what you
6-month journey.
Yeah, there had to be, right? Like he was like, wow, yeah, hey, great job with all those push-ups.
Well, those are the guys who lived. If you're actually doing the transatlantic slave trade, if you're on a boat, I would pray you're fucking tall and jacked because like it was like 3-4 months before you even got here.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was crazy. They would literally park you off the coast of like Nigeria for like a month. You'd be sitting on a ship covered in your own shit for like a month, and before you even started making the journey.
Yeah, it's like Roots. They show that in Roots. Right?
It was horrible. It was like one of the worst things that ever happened. You'd be in the size of a coffin. You'd be sitting in a fucking room.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I didn't like Roots or 12 Years a Slave. I thought it was woke liberal bullshit. Here's the thing. Acknowledging slavery is fucking woke PC crap.
I don't like slave movies. I don't know why.
You don't like it?
No, I hate them. I don't even know who they're for because every one of my black friends who watch them, they're like, they don't watch them. They hate them. They're like, I don't want to fucking see that. And then every white guy has to like, we always do this like mental gymnastics thing where we're like, because whenever you watch a movie, you're like trying to see who you'd be in the movie.
Yes, right.
And every black person watches the movie, they're like, I'm a fucking slave no matter what. And then white people have to be like, well, who would I be? And it's like, I remember watching 12 Years a Slave, and Benedict Cumberbatch is like nice to his slaves. That's like this whole thing.
Like, I'd be him.
Yeah.
And I remember the whole time being like, I mean, that's the kind of slave owner I'd be personally. Like, and I felt like a psychopath for even doing that.
Here's the type of slave owner I'd be, Connor. I'd go, everybody, breakfast is over. Get to the fucking fields. And then I go.
You do the shrugging emoji.
I go. I know this sucks. I don't fucking run the country, but what, you think I'm not gonna do this?
You're like 12 lashings. I'm sorry.
I go.
I'm sorry.
I go. There's a hole in the fucking roof. Fix it. And dinner's tonight.
No dinner tonight. No dinner tonight. I'm sorry.
I I go. I would go like this. I'd have like my henchman like reprimanding a slave that like didn't do enough good work, and I'd be like this. I'd be like, I don't know, sorry.
Give your overseer.
I go, I'm simply caught up in a crazy period of time. That's what I'm saying.
The crazy thing is,
I'm nothing more than a pawn in a crazy historical period of time.
Back then, like slave punisher was like an actual like career. Back in the day, slave punisher was like an action. I forget what they're called. They weren't there was literally like guys who were really good at whipping slaves into shape, and that was like an actual career.
John Barenthal, slave punisher.
But yeah, that was like the worst thing ever.
Yeah, I would go like this. I'd be like, you don't like it? Vote. I turn it into hey, your voice needs to be heard, and you're lazy every election day.
And
they're like, we're not legally allowed to vote.
Can we go vote? And you go, no, I'm sorry.
I go, well, I'll look into that for you guys.
You know what's sad?
I'll try and get you guys to be able to vote next year.
Can we vote?
But until then, I crack the whip.
There were cases.
Isn't it crazy? Crack the whip is a term we just still use, and it's definitely from that period of time.
Oh, fuck
sure, yeah.
That's why it was only crazy when I just said it right now within this.
Absolutely, yeah.
Within this, but people say like, "Oh, he really cracks the whip." It's like a fucking
well,
slave
it
term.
probably predates that. You know what I mean? People getting whipped forever.
Right?
Yeah,
slaves.
people are always
Jesus
Jesus
getting
got
whipped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're cracking the whip.
Yeah.
Cracker though, I think comes from cracking the whip. That's like the white.
Cracker does?
Yeah, when people like what we get called a cracker. Yeah, white
I
guys.
love that term.
Yeah.
You know where honky comes from?
Honky. What is that?
The white guys, like loser white guys in the hood that would honk for prostitutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, honk, 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 honk. And then the black people would be like, this honky motherfucker. And they would go fuck him.
It's funny how like the range of like slurs are like some of them are so like harmless.
Yeah.
Like honky so harmless but it's used all the time. And then there's like terms like zipperhead. Where I'm like
crazy.
Oh, that's a tough one. Yeah.
Zipperhead's insane because not only is it racist, it's violent.
It's
too.
so violent.
It has
That's
to
for
do
Koreans.
With, it has
Yes.
to do with the tank
track.
on their head looking like a
I think it's
zipper.
for shooting a guy in the head.
I think it's both.
Unzip their fucking head.
I think it's
Yeah.
both.
I think it's a little
Zipperhead may be the most violent racial
I think
term.
the tanks
I think
would
it's a
go
tank
over
running
them,
over them.
and it made like a
I
zipper
think more
outline.
guys got shot in the head than run over by tanks.
Well,
That's
dead
just my
guys,
opinion.
they would probably drive over too.
Yeah.
Just in the, right?
Crew was crazy. Yeah, of course. No, but what's nuts is like back in the day, like you would have during the revolution, you'd have like all these like Sons of Liberty going out and protesting in streets and be like, we need to be freed from the British. And then like the next day, you'd have slaves going out doing the same thing.
I've said this before. Like, I can't believe. Like, I got pho today. I've been on like a pho kick.
I thought you said you got fucked today.
I got pho.
I got fucked today.
And pho's great.
It's wonderful.
Pho's great. Pho is really like it's really the only health care you have.
Yeah.
As a person, you go like, I'm a little sick. I'm gonna get pho.
Yeah. Herbs.
My healthcare provider, pho 87. Hopefully the jalapenos and the sriracha will sweat this AIDS out of me.
Yeah.
So I went and got fun. I'm always kind of, I've said this before, but like I still, if you really read into any history, you can't get over that. Like, how do they serve me? How do Vietnamese people look me in the eye?
For sure.
How do Japanese people just go, oh, you want the nugget? Like, how, what? I mean, I want to go like, wake up! I'm the enemy!
What do you mean?
Well, just what? Yeah, there's footage from just not that long ago of the carpet
deserved
bombing
it.
and the Vietnamese.
Yeah.
I think here's the thing. Just for Vietnamese people, at least, they should have a thing where if you go get pho, it may be only
crazy to
it
even-
may be,
it's
hold on.
nuts.
It may be only there should be a law. It maybe only happens like twice a year, right?
Okay.
But at any given pho place you go to, your pho, you pick the noodles up, and then there's a revolver in it
Yeah.
with one
Ow!
bullet. And if you are the unlucky white guy that got that pho, you have to play a game of Russian roulette.
I think
right
I think it should be when you sit down, they give you a revolver, and that determines whether or not you can eat or not.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Silent
good.
click, you get a bowl of pho.
It is. Let's be honest. It's crazy.
The Japanese deserved everything they got. The Vietnamese.
Oh, they did. They started it.
The Japanese
started
The
it.
Japanese.
And
they
we didn't even
deserved
do that
everything.
badly. We made them live in porta potties in the desert for a little bit.
Listen, we turned the country gay.
No.
Yeah, internment camps. We like made them live in like a
That was justified.
like a wooden.
That's not.
That was justified.
That was after Pearl Harbor, wasn't it?
That was justified. So
Yeah, it was
what
justified.
happened was there's a Japanese.
But you're not talking about Pearl Harbor was the reason we bombed Nagasaki. And
No,
Hiroshima.
the reason we bombed
I know, I'm
Nagasaki
saying-
and Hiroshima is we didn't want the Soviets to invade Japan, which is what would have happened.
I didn't even mean the bombing was the worst thing. I meant like because
You
American,
meant just like day-to-day racism.
American Japanese people had to go through some
Well,
stuff. They spoke like us.
for sure.
What happened was the Japanese fighter pilot fucking crash landed on Kauai, and the local Japanese community hid him for like a week before they gave him up to American federal authorities. So after that, we were like, they can't be trusted.
Did we know Pearl Harbor was happening? We let it happen so we could have an excuse.
It was like 9/11. Yeah.
Probably, likely.
It was.
very likely, much like the Israeli attack.
I'm being facetious. Like, the Japanese absolutely did not deserve to be put in concentration camps. But, like, you
Well,
know,
they weren't
don't
really
hide
well,
a
they
fucking
were-
fighter
hold on,
pilot
hold
for
on.
a week, fuckos.
They weren't really concentration camps, though, right? But they weren't like
They
the
hung
same.
out. It was like fun. It wasn't like fucking Dachau.
We sent them. It wasn't like no, it wasn't like the Holocaust. It was like Astro Camp. Like Japanese people
Yeah.
were like we were.
Yeah, against your will, Astro Camp.
Yeah, they were like making.
They got
like,
to hang out at the horse track.
They were like, listen, we know you guys love dropping bombs, so make a bomb out of like a 2-liter soda bottle.
By the way-
and put
by the
some
way-
wings on it. It's kind of fun. If
the
you
government-
hydrogen powered.
By the way,
yeah.
if you Google Tahunga, my hometown, first thing comes up is Japanese internment.
There's
camps.
internment
There was
camps
a ton of
in
them.
those
if,
mountains.
if
yeah.
the government came to me and was like, you don't got to worry about anything. We're just going to put you in a place. And you can't leave that place.
Yeah.
And it's going to be for 4 years.
Hero dreams of internment.
Exactly. I'd be stoked.
We only say that because you live in an office building.
Exactly. But the thing is it would be
It is
pretty
crazy
sick.
you're doing worse than a lot of immigrants.
I'm doing better. But, no, the Japanese are fucking insane. Like,
Stop it.
they were nuts.
They were- how do you
crazy.
stop people that
They
are
were
willing
doing
to
like, They
die?
were doing like fucking, yeah, the entire culture was like,
They're like Muslim Asians.
dude, way more fucking disciplined than Muslims.
Like they are okay with death, and
The
it's hard.
Japanese
That's
are like
hard
the
to stop.
scariest. They were
That's
like
hard
the
to stop.
scariest culture of all
An
time.
Islamic Asian. Oh my god.
Imperial Japan was the scariest culture of all time. And then we
my god, so much cleaner, so much cleaner.
Japanese are so much cleaner than Muslims. What are you talking about?
No, I know. I'm saying.
Oh, yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like you get like a perfect one.
Cleaner,
clean,
They were
not eating with the hands.
incredibly
Boys,
disciplined.
boys, real quick. What's your favorite race?
I'd say like Atlanta black people.
Play that video.
What?
You got a video
you had
for
a video
that.
for
Play
that.
video.
Yeah, that was good.
Let's get back to it.
Let's get back to videos.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
get back
yeah.
to videos. Come
Fucked
on.
on Cheadle.
Let's get off slavery.
No. Yeah.
This is great. This is the best.
This kicks ass.
This is the best like commentary on like a white crime I've seen in a while. So it's like two white guys fighting, black guys just watching.
Devan does this to me every day, by the
He's
way.
like, no way, I'm not getting out of the car, dude.
I love them doing the white guy voice. No, dude.
Oh, shit. He said, no way you just slapped me in the face.
That guy's a massive
Come on,
bitch.
dude, what the fuck? Beat his ass in. Beat his ass, bro. Hey, slap his ass back, bro. Ah, you go out there.
Imagine getting your ass kicked and like a black chick hern like starts commenting.
my worst
on it.
nightmare.
They need to be there.
Beat
though.
his ass, bro.
They're giving
my
him good
worst
advice.
Yeah. Just laughing at you.
Yeah.
Just Black Vince Scully.
You suck tartar shit, dude.
Tartar.
Suck ass, bro. Hey, hell no. He gotta get in the hatchback. Look at him. Lay back. Look at that
I'm making fun of his hatchback.
That was so fucking good.
He's getting in the trunk, which is crazy.
He's making him skid the trunk.
nigga. Get in the trunk. Get your bitch ass in the trunk, nigga.
Phenomenal.
He gonna slap you. That be fucked up. Beat the shit out of his ass.
Could you imagine getting slapped so hard that you have to get into the trunk and black people saw it? I would kill myself.
Dude, black people
dude.
are the best at like they'll do like fucking like drive-by roasts. You know what I mean? Like they'll drive by and you'd be like, "Oh shit, he's got the blammer," and he just has his head out the window like, "Look at your punk ass, you fucking suck." They just make some jokes about
They're
you.
100% right.
Fucking yeah.
That's crazy. No, yeah, honestly, they could have been doing him a favor if he just stood up for himself.
It is. There's also like white people need to stop playing into a lot of these things. Like yeah, the hatchback thing is gay.
Sure. sure.
Subarus are gay.
If you own a Subaru, you're a homo.
It's time to get over this. Listen, unless you're going on like road trips like every fucking weekend, Subarus are weird. Like they're mountain climber cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you buy a new Subaru, you find like a snowboarder in the trunk. They're Subarus are like,
Shaun White's in there.
Yeah, they're fueled off of like Trek mix and shit. And
Nature Valley
they're just
bars.
weird white guy cars. They're like the Subarus are the official car of like a guy that like his dream is to climb Everest. You know,
The Outback kicks ass though.
The
They look good.
Outback?
They look good.
They
They look
I thought
good.
you meant Australia.
So, yeah, I'm getting nostalgic.
Just yearning for Australia.
You know.
you guys know Terrence Howard thinks he's like God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just found out.
Connor didn't know about
You
that.
know about this?
Yeah.
Terrence Howard thinks he's legitimately like the smartest person to ever walk the face of the
He has
earth.
a micro penis.
And
Does he really?
Yeah.
He has a micro penis.
And he proudly displayed his micro penis in a film, which kicks ass. Honestly.
He does?
Yeah.
Yeah, Get Rich or Die Trying. His dick is
Covered
out
in
the-
fucking hair, a little cock.
The 50 Cent movie?
It's like a pinky.
The 50 Cent movie?
Yeah. The scene
don't
when
remember
he,
this for some reason.
he saves 50 Cent's life in prison in during a prison shower. And they're both naked fighting, and
Does he beat
his dick's like this big, and he like demanded to do it like real naked.
That's
they were
amazing.
they were
Like,
like, you
guys
don't
are-
have to do it, but he's
He's
like
the bravest man of all time.
he goes, I'm the smartest person
Yeah.
alive, and I will do this.
Yeah.
That's why he's like really into math, because he's trying to like rework definitions that already exist on Earth to be
He's
like,
like,
my
what's-
dick's actually huge.
He's like, what's 1 times 1? They're like, 1. He goes, so would you say this is 1 inches long, or?
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't he like pepper spray his wife or some shit? He got canceled at some point. That's why he hasn't been in anything in like 5
Yeah,
years.
he got canceled for just for trying to.
It was right after Iron Man.
Sound smart in front of her.
Yeah.
Because you know how I
Here we
figured
go.
it out? What's 1 times 1?
1 times 1 is 1.
To multiply means to do what? To make more, right?
Yes.
Increase in number?
It's 1 time,
Multiply?
Terrence.
Yes.
How can 1 times 1 equaling 1 be part of the multiplication table? It
Good
fails
point.
to satisfy the term multiply.
Oh god.
It doesn't multiply. Does it? What's an action times an action?
You got some weed.
No, I'm asking you.
What are we-
Honestly,
what are we
I'm
doing?
asking
What
reason.
are we doing here?
Reason. I want you to reason.
I don't know.
What's an action times an action? A reaction. Right? Have you
Okay.
ever seen an action times an action without a reaction? Have you? No. Because equanimity is the currency of the universe. There's always an action times an action having a reaction. So how can 1 times
What
1
is it
equal
about people that their lives are they play pretend, and they think because of that they're higher beings than people?
Yeah, there's something about actors. where
Something
they're-
about
yeah.
the acting thing that makes you think you actually
He's got an ego.
know shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's 1 times 1 is 1 time.
When-
1 times 2 is 1 2 times.
When oftentimes being an actor means you don't know yourself.
Well, yeah, he's
So
constantly
why would you know
pretending.
what's right if you don't even know yourself? You know what I mean? Like you haven't
Yeah.
even identified who you are.
Actors will never be able to be themselves.
It's an ultimate cop out for actors though if they get in trouble. Well, not in trouble, but like everyone's making fun of them. They're like, actually, I was deep into character for a retard, and
Right.
the movie got canceled, so ignore that. But I was on a press run for like being a retard.
Yeah.
run for being
It was
a
like
retard.
a 10-year role.
Yeah.
I was supposed to play a
I was
retard
deep into character
for about 10 years.
As an
Yeah.
absolute retard. So,
How can A times B just be A
but it's not.
and
It's
not B? What happens?
not.
It's A times
Terrence,
A.
these are late night conversations.
These are
bro.
No,
these
it's
are-
not.
This is the beginning of our understanding.
These are kindergarten questions, bro.
I love a guy giving him the cop out of like, this is like some late night like deep shit.
Yeah,
And it's like that's like a guy like you're high and a guy's like cat should be spelled with a K. And you're like, bro, you're blowing my mind right now. This shit, it's like a late night conversation. Like this, yo, save that shit for at home. Like,
Yo, if bees are called bees, why aren't flies called F's? It's fucked up. You think about it.
What kind of calculator you got? What kind of phone you got?
An iPhone?
Okay, go to your calculator.
Whatever the new.
No, go to your
Okay.
calculator. Go to your calculator.
All right.
look at him looking around
Go to
like
your
he's
calculator.
literally
I
a
got
king.
You got iPhone?
What are we doing?
I want both of y'all to do 2 separate things. I want to do the same thing to start with.
Damn,
Turn
he
it to
kicks
the
ass.
side.
Okay.
All right, now I want you to both hit the number 2 that the whole calculator show up.
Hit number what?
Hit the number 2.
Number 2.
Go to the square root. It is the second column from the left, third row. It'll have that squiggly thing.
All right. 1.4.
1.4142135623.
Squiggly thing. It's a square root.
Holy
Now
crap.
I want you two to do 2 separate things now.
Oh, fuck.
2 separate things. I want you to multiply it by 2, hit times 2, equal.
Imagine being a
name.
Native American enslaving this guy.
He goes, what's hustle divided by flow? Means you got that dog in you.
Okay, I see it. Yeah, I got you. All right, 1.1.
No.
Who's this cracker?
You didn't hit X to the third.
Yes, I did.
If you hit X,
Yeah, who is this
I'm sorry.
cracker bitch?
You're right.
Who's this honky?
Okay, so
Who's this honky piece of shit?
2
square root
square root.
and hit X to the third.
X to the 3 exhibit.
2174, 6190, the same value you got.
Yeah.
So he's literally the type of guy that thinks he's a genius because he memerized what
Yeah, he's an idiot.
what 8.2 times 10 point like.
He's like,
1
now in
is.
another calculator, write 80085. Flip that upside down. What does it say? Boobs. That's right. That's fucking right.
By multiplying it by 2.
Yeah.
And he just cubed it. Divide it by 2 again. Both of y'all. Divide
it by 2.
No, divide by 2.
It's too
Hit
much.
equal. Now, cube it again. Hit X to the third.
Yeah.
X.
You see that loop?
Yeah.
That's saying X cubed is equal to 2X, which is equal to X plus X. That's an unnatural equation.
What?
That's a mathematical fallacy. And that's the beginning of your math.
Mathematical fallacy.
That's how I invented
See, math is gay.
tangential flight.
Yeah, math is
Math
bullshit.
is
Math
the
is
gayest
stupid
thing on
shit,
earth.
yeah.
Math is gay as fuck. And if you're in STEM, you're gay.
I do genuinely think they're making it up as they go.
It is. It's
Yeah.
made up. It's bullshit.
It's so annoying though because those guys who are hosting this podcast, they're like still like enamored that of celebrities there.
Yeah.
So they're not just flat out being like, "Dude, you sound retarded."
No, they're
Yeah.
being like they're going like, "Yo, save this for later, T. Howard." Like
Yeah.
this shit's crazy, bro.
And he said mathematical fallacy, and they're like, "That's a big
They
word.
go, "Wow,
That's a big word." So maybe he's actually right.
mathematical fallacy." Like
The one guy's just like in his head the whole time. He's like, "I want to be black so bad." Fuck, this sucks.
he's like, "You're here because we couldn't get Most Dev." I'm still enjoying myself.
We actually wanted down Cheadle, but he's finding out about his heritage right now.
Where the fuck is he? He's in Uganda?
Yeah,
oh, fuck yeah,
He proposed.
We love Uganda.
He could like save Uganda with like some sort of hydrogen, some other genius shit.
I've become an actor,
Ugandans kick ass, by the way.
What are they up to?
They're very anti-gay. It's very funny.
They kick ass. They go, why? They go, they're very anti-gay.
They are hilariously anti-gay. Like,
John goes, "Well, where do I start? We have the same values, so."
oh my god, I want to pull up a video so bad. There's like a video from Ugandan Congress where like this woman's like, "Please, can the gay association speak to you?" And the Ugandan president's like starts laughing at her. It's hilarious, dude. They're crazy.
They do hate gays.
They hate gays.
This guy looks like Byron Bowers next to him.
Oh, he kicks ass. I know that guy.
Oh, he does.
SAG Awards.
He doesn't? Kind of looks like him. The comic?
Oh, but I'm sorry. I think it was in Baron Vaughn.
Oh, no, not Baron Vaughn. Baron Vaughn looks like this woman in the back.
But those weren't the
The idea of any of those two comics listening to this podcast being like, "Why did I catch Stray
Yeah, what
out
the
of
hell?
nowhere?"
Like, I don't know, man. It's, you're in my head for some weird reason out of nowhere.
No, we did a show together like 10 years ago, and I can't stop talking about you for some reason.
I
And
delivered you food once. It pissed me off, and so...
As a child, I studied chemical engineering.
Fuck yeah.
As a child, I studied chemical engineering. Is it possible for children?
Yes.
he goes,
Absolutely.
"You guys have seen the show Smart Guy? That's based off my life."
Who was there for 2 years until I saw that there was an inconsistency with the math there. And so I went out
He's
to
obsessed with
explore
math.
a new way of understanding how the universe works, and I was able to define the grand unified field equation they've been looking for and put it into geometry. And then with that geometry, I was able to put props on that. And what I'm saying is now we have invented a new form of flight.
Who is that?
That I would like
give me
to
some of
bring
that.
here
It
to
looks like she
Uganda.
jacked
Come
off
on
Robert.
now.
Looks like she jacked off
Ooh.
Robert Kraft. a
She's
few years
turned
ago.
on.
You know that reference, John?
Yeah, I do. That was lovely.
That's crazy.
To replace the drones, to replace the helicopters, to replace the planes. We have all the funding necessary. What we need is just a fertile ground in which to build this. Now, this is the geometry of hydrogen.
So my equations are correct. We need to fuck the ground. It's fertile.
Now, my penis is too small to do it. And that's why I'm in Africa. I've heard a lot about you guys.
Can I be so bold right now?
Sure.
Can I suggest we look up Martin Ssempa on YouTube?
What did he do?
He is a Ugandan pastor, and he is wonderful. With 2 S's. I'm well versed with Martin Ssempa. I've communicated. I have his number on WhatsApp. I've talked to this guy.
I've communicated
with Martin Ssempa.
Which videos?
I've had whatever you want, dude. Wait, do that one.
Ssempa says and tells you of Draru, tells you of people who
Hold on,
are
real quick. Is this the guy that's like,
yes.
Why are you gay?
Yes.
Okay.
He kicks so much ass.
These flies are like giving birth in here.
Yeah, they're literally like reproducing. There's like
There's
now
shit.
3 of them in here.
It's because of Joey's fucking fungus-filled Bud Lights.
Yeah, we gotta open the door for this. Let them out. This is insane.
It's fine. Let it go.
This is like a scene out of Exorcist. So we got like flies.
Let it go.
This is what we.
What the fuck did we do?
This is what we get. It's because they know we're almost dead.
They know we're dying.
They know we're close to it.
In this country, there are so many
That's Martin
men
Ssempa on the
who
left.
have killed women.
So are there women?
Wait. So many
middle.
men who have killed
On the
women.
left.
There are so
That's him?
many.
The guy in the middle is the why are
Who's
you
the
gay
woman
guy.
talking?
Okay.
She's a dyke. I don't know.
She looks like she plays for the Knicks.
Draru is coming out to pin down women. 2 women he's quoting, but let me stop on that one. I want to ask him, he will get opportunity to answer. He has told me...
Because I've modeled my whole life after Anthony Anderson in the early 2000s.
Have you seen Kangaroo Jack?
You ever see Anthony Anderson in Barbershop? The first Barbershop, he tried to steal ATM. I look at that man and I go, coolest person alive.
If you lose your mind over a barbershop reference, I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Look at him.
I'll kill you.
I'm having a great time tonight, fellas. We're doing good work tonight.
The marriage is gone as an institution.
What my philosophy in life is
Draru-
I set hard screens. I throw balls out there on the court. I dream on the green. It really has influenced much of how I raise my children.
Killed people because Vyamkama and whoever came and took away Tamare took away the law, and he's also deceiving there. If I give an opportunity to explain, and he says the law is why? Because of lawlessness. Now we are saying all these things are happening without the law, which they are demonizing. All these things are happening without the law, which he is demonizing. And he's saying because of lawlessness.
Let
People
Martin
take law in
Ssempa
their
cook,
hand
dude.
and they do anything they want to do. And we are saying,
What is he
the
playing?
government is saying
The
now,
guy next to her.
we are bringing a
He's
law.
just pushing buttons.
Who did
He's
you
playing
take
Angry
this?
Birds.
Yeah, he's playing digital dominoes on his phone.
She stopped talking. He goes, is it done speaking?
He's playing a game of chess against Joey.
He's accepting an award from Joey.
He's like, hold on, Mr. Lafleur has given me a cell phone.
And guide the marriage institution
Sempa's about to fuck her up.
establish the rights and responsibilities of people in this institution. So we are bringing this law in order to help.
Can she address the questions I've asked?
In order, did you call me here? Do you know that I can root tempo over you?
You address the fact. Don't threaten.
Imagine. Control your
You
meeting.
see, please allow me. Let us be factual.
I did
go.
not
Emotional.
I
give a
I
bucket
did
to
not
cry
come
tears.
here.
Okay.
I did not come here to address
No,
Ssempa.
we cannot pass a law on emotion.
Pastor and Honorable
attacking
Ajembe,
men.
let's look at this bill from the...
It is okay. It is
Let's go, Ssempa.
Madam, will you come back, please? We address the core issues. Let's address the core issues.
You see,
kindly.
Facts are hard.
No. Let's address the. Yes, I'm controlling him. I'm controlling him.
Let us receive facts.
Madam, will you come back?
Is
kindly.
there anyone
kindly.
with fistula? Or that is not. Commercial.
No. Pastor, let's look at the core issues. Let's look at the core issues.
Navuma abasajja babukira abakazi.
I love when they speak their tribal language.
I love
it. What is he saying? It sounds,
He's just being like a gays are gay.
Sounds like a knee popping.
There's an amazing video.
He's like, bop it, screw it, hold it.
They speak like an ACL tear.
That's the two. Yeah, the two S's. They speak like an ACL tear.
Woo! Yeah! Oh yeah! All right, John, what are you doing? That's it. The video wasn't even that.
No. We gotta get deeper.
Boom!
No.
What are you up to, buddy?
I don't know. We got Uganda. We're on a Uganda track.
What were you saying
Have they
about my-
deleted Martin Sempa's
What were you saying about my
videos?
vape? You know,
Sweet or something.
it's a little too icy, dude.
A little too icy.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it.
A little too icy. Johnny, what are you doing? We had a good Martin Ssempa video on.
Johnny, what are you doing?
We got it.
We're being overrun by flies.
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr? Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good morning.
He's like an Ugandan Ben Shapiro.
He is.
Are you gay?
Wait.
Thank you for
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why? Should I call you Mr? Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay. Gay.
Oh no.
Gay.
Martin Ssempa this entire interview. So this interview starts and then
Johnny.
Shut up. I'm doing this on the fly. Listen.
Here, how about this?
What is your message to Western human rights groups, to President Obama,
Respect,
to lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people?
Respect African societies and their values.
Man, the audio sucks here.
Yeah.
If you don't agree, you just keep quiet.
Man, Ssempa got old, dude.
That's not Martin Ssempa, dude.
Oh.
That's the Ugandan president.
The way we see. If we are wrong, we shall find out by ourselves. Just the way we don't interfere with yours.
Do you personally
take a bath in oil before every interview?
He's got the James Brown disease.
He's wet.
Do you personally?
It's the wettest man I've ever seen in my entire life.
Look at his fucking face.
Do you live in a humidifier? Is it true every morning you bathe yourself in Crisco?
So they are disgusting. What sort of people are they? How can you go?
Mr. President, I simply asked you, is it necessary to bathe yourself in coconut oil every fucking morning?
He goes, let me ask you this. Don't I look great? They're like, no.
Mr. President, when is too much when is it too much shea butter? Mr. President, don't you think cocoa butter has had enough? I don't even know. What are we doing now?
I don't know now.
I have no idea.
It's fun though.
I'm having a great time, yeah.
Pull it up, Johnny. Pull it up.
We're waiting.
This is great.
I can't believe he showed his micro penis. That's the bravest man of all time.
Dude, he showed his micro penis.
He kicks
Get
ass.
Richard Die Trying, yeah.
This
I
guy.
could never.
And he thought the movie was going to be
wait.
a big hit too.
Hold on.
Nobody cared about that
Watch
movie.
this.
The other lady. My name is Leila. I correspond for Deutsche Welle Kiswahili service. First question. The gay community in Uganda is requesting to have a meeting with you. Would you give them an ear? In regard, the homosexuals in Uganda, they are requesting to have audience with you.
He just laughs. He goes, "The what?"
Incredible.
He goes, look at that
Dude, he's cheesing so hard. Holy hell.
The gay community wants my ear to fuck it.
That's literally what he's doing.
Look at him, dude. He's
having such a good time,
so
dude.
funny.
So they say, no, hold on. No, they say their side of the story has not been heard, and they would kindly beg to meet you so that you get to hear that side of the story. That's number one. And
he couldn't even hold
Martin Sempa's the eat the poo poo guy. Remember the eat the poo poo?
No.
Yeah, I've heard
You've
of that.
never seen Eat the Poo Poo?
No, I have not.
Oh my fucking god!
Here's
dude.
Kenya.
Shut the fuck up! No,
Gay rights of no.
We already
importance in
buried the
Kenya.
punchline of the video.
no,
You already
dude.
said
It's
the
so
joke.
much
Said it,
better.
so-
It's so much better than what you know.
We'll see.
This is a. I gotta
We'll
say,
see. Hey, we'll see.
this Good Burger remake.
We are making legislation to make sure that someday
God
and
damn,
homosexuality
can we get one video that's not like a
never sees
fucking
the light
insane
of
video?
legality in this land.
You fucking
Go back to look up the legit video of the. They're burying this shit. YouTube's burying.
They
this
don't
shit.
want to eat the poo poo.
Hit the second one, maybe.
Is this what
This
he
is
wants to bring to Africa as a human right to eat the poo-poo of our children?
Is this real?
Yeah, it's real, dude.
These people are really.
He's showing a whole
They're
congregation.
that angry over a guy.
That's real.
He's showing a whole congregation gay porn.
And they go. So they think gay porn is about eating shit.
Eating the poo poo.
Eating the poo poo.
I can't believe don't know
Eat
this.
the poo poo.
This is the best thing ever. Wait, it's so much better. It's a gift that keeps on giving, brother.
They're so angry.
They hate gays. God damn it! God damn it! We have to Google. We have to.
I've never seen a guy says eat the poop and the crowd goes yeah.
I can't believe
It's so real. I can't believe I can't believe that's not fake.
I
It
know.
seems like an edit.
I thought it had to be edited, man.
That's unbelievable, dude.
Oh,
Good morning, everyone. My name is.
This is Martin Ssempa. He kicks fucking ass, dude. He's the best guy on earth.
Yep. This guy's great.
Pastor Dr. Martin Ssempa.
Pastor Dr.
I'm
Martin
here in the
Ssempa, don't
capacity
forget
as the
it.
chairman of the National Task Force Against Homosexuality in Uganda. We are making legislation to make sure that sodomy and homosexuality never sees the light of legality in this land of the Pearl of Africa. I've taken time to do a little research to know what homosexuals do in the privacy of their bedroom.
Yes.
One of the things they do is called anal leaking, where a man's anus is leaked like this by the other person, like ice cream. And then what happens?
Yes, very good. Like ice cream.
Like ice cream. He goes, exactly, my friend. Exactly like ice cream.
Comes out, the other one poo-poos out, and then they eat the poo-poo. The other one they do is they have a sex practice called fisting, where they insert their hand into the other man's hand, and it goes into the anus all the way. And
I like this guy that keeps correcting was anus. He goes, oh, you're into anus. This guy, he's like there to correct him.
Painful. They have to take drugs.
That's the
but
best
they
line in the whole
enjoy it.
thing.
Now, if we have any children, please step out. It goes into the anus all the way.
Wait.
And it is so painful, they have to take drugs, but they enjoy it. Now, if we have any children, please step out.
Is when
This
he
is
plays
a
gay
parental
porn.
guidance moment. Hey, that child can be moved out.
Why does it say
So-
Barack Obama back off? They hated Obama?
Because Obama wanted to make being homosexual legal in like West Africa. And like Pastor Dr. Martin Ssempa, God bless his soul, stood up to Barack Obama and his legion of Satanists.
Wait, what happens if you're if you're openly gay? Like they put you in prison?
Dr. Pastor Martin Ssempa bullies you in the streets.
No. There's no legal repercussion. They just punk your ass, dude.
Just
Punk your
punk
ass.
you, they low bridge you.
Yeah, so like
They go, you got something on your shirt.
Yeah, Dr. Pastor Martin Ssempa was going toe to toe with Barack Obama over like Barack Obama was like withholding a lot of like aid to Africa because they were like super anti-gay,
Right.
And he was like Dr. Pastor
But
Martin Ssempa.
Obama's
sucking off fucking
he's
dudes
like,
in his
"Listen,"
limo.
He's like, I'm married to a man.
Ssempa heard aid to Africa. Goes, no aid's here. That's gay drug.
Ssempa kicks so much dick, dude.
You think that's why like these countries won't even take aid from us?
Because it says AIDS.
Because Martin Ssempa
That is the gay cancer.
We will not let any AIDS in the country, man.
This guy's got to be gay, right?
Oh, 100%.
Of course, he's a closeted homo.
I've done research. This is what they do.
He's
Number
obsessed
one,
with it.
you can see a man here having sucked the other person's rectum, and the other person is poo-pooing, and this one is eating the poo-poo all over the place. Tell me, when you have a law against homosexuality, do you say except eating poo-poo? I mean, look at this guy sincerely. Bishop.
Oh my God.
We do not want this sickness. This is sick and it's therefore deviant. We do not want it.
Wait, this is the best part.
They start off by touching each other's genitals and smelling each other.
He gives gay porn tours. Like the guy's like, no one's ever liked gay porn more than
This might be the biggest kink of all time.
He's the Metallica of gay porn.
It quite literally might be the best edger of all time.
He takes his fetish like on the road.
Yes.
This is crazy.
Then this one smears the poo-poo all over the other person's face. As if that is not enough, he puts the hand deeper. We want to ask Barack Obama to explain to us, is this what he wants to bring to Africa?
Explain that shit,
a human
Obama.
right to eat the poo-poo?
Yeah, what the fuck? What the fuck, Obama?
The crowd. Pitchforks.
Obama's
holy
bitch ass
shit.
bringing fucking
fuck,
deviantness to him.
God damn.
God damn. That kicked ass.
I can't believe you guys didn't know about.
No, you showed that. I think we might have done that on Hate Watch like years and years ago, like on the Patreon or something. But
we were too scared.
I forgot about that whole thing.
It's wonderful. It's lovely.
Kicked ass.
Nah, he's the greatest pervert of all time.
No, he's an absolute gay guy. He's so gay it hurts.
The gay sex.
He's the gayest dude on earth.
He's like, isn't this awesome? And I mean, it's bad.
I think we've done some good work here today.
I think so, yeah.
Interesting episode. Low key post Thanksgiving, kind of like what's in turkey that makes you tired?
Turkish delight? What do you mean
tryptophan.
Tryptophan.
What the fuck is tryptophan?
Tryptophan's in turkey, and it makes you sleepy. That's why
It's
everyone.
in turkey?
Yeah, that's why
like the
everyone gets-
water?
No, in the bird.
Oh, the bird.
you
I think
dumb
in the
fuck.
country.
Well, it
Jesus
was
Christ.
Thanksgiving yesterday. How'd you
Jesus
not
Christ.
connect the dots?
Sorry, brother. I'm too focused on Ssempa right now.
You do Ssempa focused.
I'm hyper focused on Ssempa.
But yeah,
I'm
this is,
Sempified right now.
this is kind of a very like a
Semper Brothers.
tryptophanish episode.
Yeah, it's good.
It was good. It was a good time. And,
That was great.
Unfortunately, Joey couldn't make it. He's sick or something. He said he woke up today and he ordered a whole pizza.
That's crazy.
Ate a whole pizza.
Ate a whole pizza.
After
and then
Thanksgiving.
puked after Thanksgiving.
had like 5 Gatorades and he puked. He threw up like a 9-year-old at Chuck E. Cheese. He might as well have been like, I don't feel so good, and then threw up.
Yeah. He goes, I ate 3 sleeves of Oreos and a pizza and I vomited. What a surprise.
Entire bucket of red vines and some lemonade.
And now he's like, he
vomited.
might have a flu or something. So who knows? There's a new virus on its way from China, by the way, folks.
Oh, did you hear about the fucking center?
I'm breaking it here right now. There's a new virus on its way.
What is it?
They haven't identified like a name yet, but there's a new respiratory virus in China that they asked officials to go check out. So, and hey, listen, want to know, and it's on its way here. You want to know what they call it? It's called the mail-in ballot virus.
Give me that. Okay. Give me that.
Because they're about to steal the election again.
Give me that.
Cocksuckers. We need to elect Martin Ssempa as into Congress. Yeah. Imagine Martin Ssempa versus
we should
AOC.
get Martin Ssempa on the show.
I would.
That's what I tried to get him. I have fucking WhatsApp messages trying to get him on Hate Watch. Hold on a fucking second. God damn it.
You messaged Martin Ssempa?
Yes, dude. I've talked to this faggot.
You do great work for the show.
All right, well, he's not going to come on and be talking
All right, now
like
you
that.
can't say that to him. He hates that.
We love him.
He hates that.
Where's Martin Ssempa? Oh, here he is.
We go text him right now. Be
texting
like,
him.
hey, sir, this is the Hate Watch
I'm gonna
pod.
call his ass.
The official podcast.
You call him right now?
Tell him.
Martin
Let's
Ssempa.
tell him this is the official podcast of hating fags.
Yeah. He's not gonna pick up.
They don't even have like real like.
It might be a miracle. That's kind of obnoxious.
Is that his dial tone?
This is
Yeah,
Martin
that's
Ssempa.
WhatsApp.
Oh. If we get Martin Ssempa, it's legendary.
I think he might. I think he's looking at the call right now.
He's like, "What is this homo doing?"
He goes, that's a Los Angeles area code, the home of fags. He goes, oh.
What time is it in Uganda?
He's looking down his phone. He goes, that's the gayest podcast of all time.
We'll get Martin Ssempa on the
honey,
next
give me 1
episode.
second.
Oh,
Honey,
he
no-
declined the call.
No,
he
no,
declined it.
Oh,
No,
shit.
It rang long enough that he.
Oh,
just-
really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go, Mr. Ssempa.
Well, we'll get Ssempa on eventually.
We'll get him on, yeah.
We love you, folks. Hope you enjoyed this episode.
What a blast.
Hope your work day was a little better because of it. We love you all. We appreciate you all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Martin Ssempa might be on the Patreon. We'll see. I'm hitting up right now.
We might get Ssempa on the Patreon.
Bye-bye.
God bless. Good night.